A crime must be detected or reported before the police can initiate an investigation, lest we all be constantly investigated in order to determine if we did commit or plan to commit a crime. In this case, there is no crime being alleged to have happened. They did not detect a crime, nor has one been reported. However, this is not stopping the police from using the powers granted them to interfere in lawful political process. They are investigating people merely for them serving notice concerning their rights and how they plan to exercise them. The procedure which is lawful for dealing with these claims is clearly explained and established. They refuse to use the lawful tools and instead initiate an investigation on their own using taxpayers' dollars in order to try and stop a political movement that questions the level of power the police have. I'm calling you, you're with Professional Standards, is that correct?
That's correct.
I have a quick question for you. It might be an issue, it might lead to an issue, might not.
Okay.
I understand police have discretionary powers when it comes to initiating investigations. But if there is no occurrence number, if no one's made a complaint, and they did not detect a crime, but they don't like someone's politics or they don't like legal action that they're engaging in when dealing with the police, so they initiate an investigation on their own. They're showing up at this guy's house early in the morning with guns out in Toronto, asking him to come back to Halton with them so that they can continue their investigation, but there is no occurrence number given, no nothing like that. It seems very, very iffy to me.
Okay. So, who are you in relation to this? Are you the one that was brought back to Halton?
No. My name's Robert Arthur Menard. I'm a Freeman-on-the-Land. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but we're a political group that believes in greater government accountability and less powers for the police and greater accountability. We advocate civilian oversight of things.
Okay.
So our political views are certainly lawful, but I guess you could describe them as maybe libertarian. And it's a bit of a growing movement. People are starting to take action. This man served a notice of understanding and intent and a claim of right, establishing his rights. It's a lawful process whereby relying on a claim of right, as mentioned under Section 38 and 39 of the Criminal Code, you achieve a lawful excuse, as mentioned in 136 and 137. But now what's happening is a bunch of officers have apparently taken it upon themselves to nip this political movement in the bud and are conducting their own investigations without any complaints being brought to them by the public, without them being witnessing or detecting any crime. And it seems to me that they are conducting an investigation either in order to detect a crime, which I'm not too bad with on that, or what they are doing is they're exercising their authority to try to stop this guy from engaging in a lawful judicial action to secure his rights.
Okay, who are we talking about? Who's the guy that was brought back to Halton?
Well, no, he wasn't brought back to Halton. They came to his door early in the morning and they wanted him to come back, and he said, no, I'm not going. And they said, well, we're cops, you have to come. He said, no, I don't agree with that. I wasn't party to it. But essentially what I would like to know is whether or not you consider this to be within the professional standards. If not, what I would like to do is put you in contact with the guy who would be the complaining or claiming party.
Normally we don't take third-party complaints, okay?
Right.
And you kind of got me at a disadvantage. Like, I can't really comment because I don't know the full set of circumstances.
Right.
I mean, it's not uncommon for officers to go into another jurisdiction and say, listen, we would like you to come back because we want to ask you questions, okay?
I can understand that.
Normally when they do that, it's as part of a criminal investigation or some sort of investigation that they're undertaking. Now, I guess in this case, the guy said, no, I don't want to go back with you, and that was it on that particular night.
Yeah, my concern isn't so much them going outside their jurisdiction. I understand that. My concern is them claiming that they are conducting an official investigation when there has been absolutely no claim made against this party. There's no occurrence number or incident report number, and there is a political overtones to it, which is very disquieting.
Okay, I would hope that our officers aren't going out of jurisdiction.
We all hope that, but what's that?
I said I would hope our officers have something better to do or aren't going out of jurisdiction to get back at someone. I mean, most times we go out, it's to do an investigation or it's to further one of our investigations. So you're saying our officers left Halton, went to Toronto to get back at this guy because his political views.
I don't know so much about getting back at him or not. I don't want to imply that intent on them. I do believe, though, that what they are trying to do is kind of pervert a course of justice because they're trying to intimidate him into withdrawing his claims. Now, imagine for a moment that I brought legal action against some officer's brother-in-law.
Withdrawing his claims. Who are the claims against?
Against the government in general, against the it's a notice of understanding and intent and a claim of right. So I imagine a lot of people are affected by it. Certainly the police powers are clearly diminished by these claims. So they're unhappy with this. And what bothers me is that they are initiating an investigation without any other member of the public coming forth and saying there's a problem. They didn't detect a problem. They didn't detect anything which could be classified as a crime. All they saw was a document that this guy filed in court concerning his rights, and now they're knocking on his door with guns strapped to their side, plainly visible, and trying to intimidate them and trying to avoid the judicial process which is in place in order to determine these rights and claims.
So, are they uniformed officers or plainclothes officers?
These were plainclothes, I understand. It was their second visit, and they were in plainclothes the second time.
Okay, so how do we know they're Halton officers?
A card was left with the guy. His guy's name is Tom Poster, and he identified himself. And the guy did, I believe, ask to see the proper police identification.